One day green, then the next red. The New York Stock Exchange had a down day, and here's the final board. The Dow goes into the red 86 points, the Nasdaq down 180 points, and the S&P snaps a 5-day win streak, dipping by about 21 points. And while Wall Street continues to bounce from green to red, America's economy is still rebounding from the pandemic. Inflation is through the roof.
And speaking of roofs, what about the housing market? And who's got the edge now, buyers or sellers? Well, Chief Investment Officer for Kaufman Rossin Wealth, Sachs, joining us now. And we want to start with a topic that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of. I hadn't heard of it, honestly. Shrinkflation. What is that, and what may it mean for more spending?
Sure, you bet. You know, I like to think of it as trickflation, if you ask me, and that's when you go to the store and you grab your favorite box of cornflakes, and when you lift it, it feels a little bit lighter, and that's because it is. The tricky sellers using the same box, it's the same price, but they're giving you less inside, so you wind up buying more and more often.
Yeah, sometimes you open it up and you look and you're like, this is only half full. So I've definitely been seeing a lot of that, Charles. Now let's talk about the housing market with COVID once again showing its nasty face. What do you foresee happening?
So look, as we all know, COVID is a global phenomena, and South Florida is still the envy of the world, and we've got people still moving into our town. So when you think about real estate and real estate prices, certainly there's a focus on single-family homes, but I would say all aspects of housing will continue to go up for a variety of reasons. At the end of the day, people have to live somewhere.
And finally, Charles, a very important topic, and Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is hot on this, cryptocurrency. He's hot on it. Some folks think it's a great investment. Some think maybe it's more speculative. Is this really a true investment, in your opinion?
So the whole blockchain industry is fascinating, and there's a lot of things going on with the underlying technology of blockchain, that's for sure. But when you talk about investing in cryptocurrencies, at the end of the day, this really isn't an investment. Think of it more akin to speculating or gambling. When we think about investing, we think of the probabilities in your favor. Think of owning the entire U.S. market, which over the last 100 years has returned about 9% a year. Not always up and it's up and down quite a bit, but that's investing in some of the best companies in the world. The cryptocurrency is pure speculation.
So what do you tell your friends who I'm sure ask you what they should be investing in right now? Obviously, I'm sure they'd love to buy real estate, but it's so hard to do. So what's the next best thing?
So look, for the majority of people owning a broad basket of the world's best companies, and so you start at the U.S. market where you can buy that. Think of the S&P 500, the top 500 publicly traded companies in the U.S. You can expand that a little bit to international markets. The key is having a long-term focus and global diversification.
Yeah, and Charles, I guess if you can afford it, I've heard one good investment is art. Right or wrong, quickly?
Well, you could think art, collector cars and everything, passions related to that, even wine. You should do that for the passion, not for the investment. More times than not, those are subpar returns. So do that for the passion. If you happen to make some money, that's even better.
All right. Appreciate that. Charles Sachs, thank you so much for your time.